A Cuppa podcast with Cat Wright.
Oh dear, sorry, you're going to get that really loud. I'm going to try not to move too much. I normally have a tripod, but I thought if I was going to bring something that looked quite dodgy, I might get kicked out. But yeah, I'm gonna go this side. You know, sometimes with all these things, like I feel like I look like a bit of a twat. Right, with all of this stuff. And
You know what? I don't need those things to look like.
Honestly, like you guys never been to Leeds before. You've never played in Leeds, so this was like your first one.
Yeah, first Leeds show. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have the chance to actually go and explore Leeds, or was it just venue, play, and now we're here having a chat?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, usually the way it goes, unfortunately.
We left proper early as well. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, we live quite far away, so.
Yeah, was it around Birmingham, Swindon?
Swindon.
So the trail was Bristol, Swindon, then Birmingham, and then here. So it was dead early we left.
So from what I saw, like on your social pages, so you guys you've had a heck of a summer, right? You've been really, really busy. It's really cool. And is this like the last date, the last gig you're doing at the moment, or have you got more stuff?
There's one more.
We've got Castle Fest at the end of the
Castle
end of this
Fest,
month.
yeah.
Luton. And then we've got, it's been announced on Tuesday, which I'm sure is fine to set up, but Soul Crusher Fest in Netherlands, that's what we're doing.
Oh, Netherlands, have you ever been abroad?
No, this is off,
It'll be your first.
Taste of Europe,
Exclusive.
Exclusive. By the time this comes out, you probably would have been and gone. So abroad, how exciting is that? Like
that's been the goal for a long time, I think.
I didn't think we'd get to do it this year, so that's...
It's a nice little cherry on the top, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god, like... So, this, like I said, this summer's been absolutely crazy. Download Festival, was that first for you guys?
Yeah.
Download.
I mean, we go all the time, but to play it.
Yeah, to play, yeah. We had tickets. I had tickets that rolled over for the last few years due to COVID. To play it was mental. I mean, I think we were going to play Trees first, which again was a massive one for us, to then warm up for Bloodstock, again a massive one, and then we got the call for Download. So that was the first one, so that was a bit... It's like jumping in the deep end, really, for our first festival.
Felt a bit fucking... it was like, right, Download first.
But now we've been very blessed. I mean, all these festivals that we played this year were bucket list things for us, hopefully, to do in the next, 5 years, and we did all of the first, so, very lucky.
Very lucky, yeah. That is mental. For a band that's, you're just starting, more or less, you know what I mean? I know that you've been a band for a little while, but since you've signed that record deal, Church Road, and then things just went from not to 60, wasn't it? Like crazy.
Yeah, it's been pretty nuts, to be fair.
Yeah, we haven't really had too much time to take it in either. It's just been go. And obviously when we get offered shows, we want to go out and play them, and we want to go to these cool festivals and do stuff that might not last forever. So when we get the opportunity, we're gonna smash it. Been very, very good. I think because we've been playing in bands for ages, we're just very grounded about it. Like we're lucky, and we find ourselves happy and grateful that we're doing these things. So we're just trying to do it all the right way.
Yeah, ain't taking nothing for granted. We're just enjoying it so much.
We're so lucky to be able to do everything that we've done this year that anything else is honestly just a bonus.
I mean, we could pack it up this year, and all of us would look back on our lives and be like, "Wow, we did all this stuff."
Yeah.
Even though it was in 1 year, we could have done that over 10 years and been happy still. So
yeah.
That was absolutely crazy, mental, just Download's calling.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we're not exactly accessible as a band. Fucking hey, if people are into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously, you know, like earlier, we were talking about like Bloodstock being like a proper sweatbox.
Oh yeah. Playing on the bloody sun, innit?
Yeah, but I was like, 2003 tends to be like, I've never been, sadly. It's one of those that, because I'm from Leeds, and then having to travel all the way to Cheltenham, it's a bit of, like, it's 5-hour drive.
For us, it's like been, that was one of the festivals we went to like every year with all our pals and shit. So like, to be able to go this year and actually play it, that was always something we wanted to do. And like, again, it's like a better show because all your bloody mates are there, and it's just like,
I've seen so many of my favourite bands on that stage.
yeah, that's it. It's like
that stage.
There's so many bands you want to see anyway, and then like getting to play it, and then just mates everywhere. Like, it's bound to be a good one because there's just so many fucking sound people there. Like.
You said you've seen some of your favourite bands. Which ones are those?
Gallows for me.
Gallows.
I saw Gallows 2012 there, and it was like when Wade kind of just joined the band.
Was that the mud one?
He jumped in the mud, and he was all covered in mud,
Yeah,
and then we got to play at that same stage like, I don't know, like 10 years later. Like, I remember that as like an iconic set.
Even this year, I almost lost my voice. We watched Jimmy Eat World the night before we played, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be really like chill." I'm sure that brother Jimmy. I swear to God.
Did you get the chance to meet these?
Nah. I didn't need to. They fucking smashed it in. I was like, more beers and that. It was banging.
Imagine like contributing with some of these bands, getting them to be like, yeah, let's do something together. Who would be like the first band or artist on your list?
I want Raoul from Shikara in the track for me. That's a big one.
To be fair,
It's massive, yeah.
Con from Malève would be sick. He's absolutely legend.
that.
Just
I'd like
super
that.
supportive anyway, but to get him on a track would be sick because he's just like
Sam Carter from Architect.
That would be sick.
Be cool.
That would be mad.
There's too many people to name.
Like
any of our like peers growing up and shit like that.
we love so many bands, like a lot that we could write like
it'd be hard to
an
like
epic album.
Every track's a feature.
yeah, we could write like 20 tracks just to put all of our
just to make sure. If we had the ability to get everyone we wanted on tracks, we'd have to write a 30-track album.
If you could take an unsigned and underground band with you on tour, which one would that be?
Complete Snake.
Brief Ritual. There's too many.
Perp Walk.
Tyrants would be cool.
Tyrants
Trauma
are
bands?
sick.
Yeah,
Trauma-
Tyrants,
Trauma-
good friends of
Trauma
ours.
bands I would like absolutely die just to see live. I think they're like unreal.
So many.
To play with them would be incredible because I think they're just amazing.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Punch On.
Is World of Pleasure? Fine.
Well, I mean, that's bigger fish.
That's fucking big bollock shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, there's
We'd love to play with World of Pleasure, but I mean, I don't think we would be the attraction of that show.
They'd sell the tickets. We
Yeah.
just play.
Yeah. It'd be rubbish being not the hardest band on the bill.
Yeah.
If you could play any other, genre, if you had to pick a different genre rather than metal, which one would you pick?
For me, it would be shoegaze, I think. Like, I do really like shoegaze, and I'm going to kind of be into that genre a lot more. If I was to play in a band that was similar to kind of like Wand, I would.
Love One.
Yeah, I love
Always
Wand.
lit off in the car. on the way back to practice.
There's like, whenever we drive home from practice, there's 2 albums that I'll put on.
I know.
First is
And every
Ashes
time
of the
I'm
Wake.
like, who's this? And you tell me every time, I'm like,
So the Ashes of the Wake by Lamb of God, or Gollum by Wand.
Wand, yeah, it's fucking
Those are
sick.
the only two.
Everyone, well, me, has like a get psyched like mixtape. Gosh, I'm that old. But we've got a playlist just for if you were under the age of 25. Who would that be? Like on your get psyched list? When you need this, just that.
Yeah. Or I don't know. End probably at the moment.
I think if it was to get us actually like feeling ready to play a show for our set, it would be like End, Trauma Band,
Nails.
Nails would be the absolute one for me. I would feel like a bad. I feel like a bad bitch.
The new Nickelback.
The new Nickelback
Times 50.
Times 50, 100%.
Who else? Who else would be? Vane, maybe.
Yeah. Just anything that's like
super high
way
energy,
better than us,
yeah,
and then
way better high energy shit that we just want to do.
That's it. Bands basically that inspire us because they're so hard, and then we can just kind of subconsciously think we're them and go out and play like them. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think End or Nails whenever I'm feeling really angry.
Oh, anytime I'm pissed off.
You know, when you want to break shit.
Whatever.
Right, you feel like you just want to break shit.
Even like their new
screen,
tunes, fucking like Endless Resistance. I'm like, fucking come at me, and then I take my headphones out. I'm like, hello.
That's all the Max Cavalier as well.
Yeah.
Hard shit. Nail Sepultura fucking crossover. Can't beat it. Literally can't. Put it in my veins.
You know, for me, like personally, I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and then we've got the 2000s like new metal, so it was a big thing for me as well. And but is there any bands that are no longer around that you'd like to bring back? Or they either like someone passed away, or they broke up, or anything like that. Like, if you could bring back any of those, who would it be?
I would love to see the Chariot just one time. I would love to see the Chariot. Like, I'm so upset that I never got to see the Chariot. Obviously, like, Dillinger would be another one for me, but I did see them like a couple of times. I'd love to see Dillinger one more time. I don't think that's as out of reach as the Chariot would be. I'd love to just see the Chariot. Like, that would be me.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
On someone's house.
Yeah, on the roof of somebody's
On the roof of someone's house.
There's so much
unstable roof of someone's house.
Yeah, there's so much amazing footage, and like Chariot for me is like one of the ones that like, kind of inspires you to put on an energetic, insane show. So yeah, Chariot, I'd have to agree with that for sure.
If you were gonna do a house party, so Heriot house party, okay, and you were to invite 3 bands to come party with you, who would they be?
I'll probably be mates. It'll be mates.
Clitrit would absolutely be there.
Oh, yeah.
They would just...
Clitrit, Complete Snake, Purple.
I'd invite Electric Callboy. Those guys, those guys would bring it.
Yeah.
I can imagine doing a house show, that'd be insane.
I'd be expecting, like, I don't know,
you'd have to put a conservatory in just for a green room. Like, just for costume.
If it wasn't my house, I'd have Cauldron.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. If it wasn't my gaff, I'd have Clitrit. If it's my house, nah.
Not one in my house.
Yeah.
You'll get to a point, you'll be like really, you'll be celebrities, and then you can just like throw money and just be like, rent a penthouse just for a party. What's the most like rockstar behaviour that you've done so far?
God, I don't know.
I just took 4 beers from that fridge.
Last all day, and there's like how
two
many
left?
Yeah,
that would be my most right. They weren't all for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Last year I popped pills. I mean, they were Nurofen.
My heart was like...
Yeah. That's what I think you did was did your back in.
Yeah, I pulled my back and I couldn't...
Basically, you got out of loading. So, yeah, fair enough.
Nurofen.
Back in the day, when I didn't do vocals, I used to crowd surf playing guitar, and that always made me feel like a rock star.
Yeah, that was
Frog and Fiddle.
I'm too old.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah!
We were there.
Yeah, we were carrying you.
These guys held me up. I used to play in another band, and we were playing with Heriot, and these guys... That is actually the most rockstar I've ever felt. These guys picked me up, and that was a good moment. That's where I peaked. Yeah. Nothing else. Literally just the 4 beers out the fridge.
I won't tell anyone. It's all right.
They weren't all for me. I've got like these cargo pants on with like 6 pockets, so I did put them in different pockets.
Good for that's mine. Yeah, we played Glasgow once, and I carried 18 beers outside in my coat.
That is impressive.
Trust me, real talk, literally 18 beers, pretty much. I've got that many places I can put beers. I literally walked out like this, like, yeah, no one knows.
I actually snuck in like 8 tins of gin and tonic a download.
Wow.
Into the arena.
Into the arena.
I got
arena.
That's impressive.
I got stopped for
Big
one
ass.
tinny in my bloody.
I felt badass, mate. I felt badass.
That's hard. That's hard.
We'll have to link up when we go next time so you can bring it up.
It would have been 10, but there were 2 that were showing, and they were like, "You can't bring that in there," and I'm just like,
Fine, take them. Yeah, take
I
them.
didn't steal it. I am so sorry.
As soon as they say it, admit it, take them. And then you've still got 8 to say.
Oh, I'm so silly. It must be this heat. I'm so sorry. And so I downed it. And like, I'd already had like another 5 by this point.
Amazing.
And then I'm like walking with this, just it was my French jacket and like that, like just full of booze. And I was just like, full Jew.
I'm so jealous because I spent about £1 million at Download this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was madness.
I could have done with seeing you, mate.
I know, next time. Because, like, you know, sometimes you get searched, but, yeah, I got away with it. I think I was feeling really brave because it was my birthday date.
That's what you have to do, though.
Even better, you could have hit them with that. It's my birthday, what are you going to do? Make me pay? They would have killed.
And I was just like, it's my birthday, I'm going to go. And I didn't get caught, so, well, kind of. It didn't catch the other one.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
It was really, really smart. You know, as punters, which festival or gig's been your favourite?
I think this year would be probably Trees.
Trees, yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Trees would be my favourite this year. I think.
Not too much walking.
Yeah.
Loads of beers.
Yeah, I mean, you can take alcohol into the arena, and there isn't really an arena. You just pick up loads of beers, fill your pockets, go in, and I think the lineup's so diverse. Like anyone can like something different and go watch those bands. So yeah, it's ace, and the weather was wicked. So yeah.
I've had experiences like Glastonbury where it rained so bad. I was working in like a burger van. I was doing flippy burgers, okay.
Yeah.
And we had to get a little boat to be able to go from A to B. And we had to row a boat.
A boat?
No way. That's crazy.
I didn't even realise there was water.
There was water.
Yeah, we got water down south here.
Is Glastonbury in the town of
Yeah,
Glastonbury? Where's that?
Somerset.
Yeah.
Wow.
Glastonbury's like, it takes you like an hour and a half to walk.
I've never been. Wow.
I think the door's open.
Oh, we can close that one.
The thing is that close it. It won't take much longer anyway. It's coming from there anyway.
Yeah.
We're right behind the band.
We were doing alright, and then they start. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
It's a bit more muffled. It's a bit more muffled. Oh my god. So you've done, honestly, like, we're talking about festivals, music, stuff like that. You've done all this stuff, like, and when you have some time off, yeah, what are your normal jobs? What do you do? Like your normie jobs? What do you do for a living?
Sure, you should go that way.
We'll go this way.
I cook for a vegan kitchen, so I just do like chefing and stuff like that. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, pay some bills.
Debbie, what's your normie job?
Predictably, I work in a guitar shop.
Nice.
I work for a government-funded body.
Boring.
And that's it.
Moving on.
That's it. It's very, very boring.
Tell me you do something a bit more exciting than that.
That's probably more boring. I work for a bank.
Well.
Well cultural.
So this is why we're trying to make the band work. We're trying to do these things.
Anything it drives us more.
Buy our merch. Take us out.
Have you had any touring incidents? Have you had any, like, no one's got injured, nothing's happened? Have you got lost?
The man.
Any tour stories?
Yeah, the Manchester treadmill.
Do tell. Oh god, that was so funny.
Go on, explain.
So,
Explain.
First time we played Manchester, I thought they had treadmills. No, segways. I thought they had segways on the street, like just road segways. And we were walking back from the pub at like 3 a.m. and I was like, "Yo, they got one of those segways." And it was like, "It's free." Turned out it was just a treadmill in the trash. And I just landed on my neck. I was like,
and it's on video as well.
yeah, it's on video.
I literally forgot
Live
about
to tell the
that
tale, but fucking hell.
Yeah,
I thought it was a segue.
We'll see if we can fish out for you in a second. It's really
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's the only thing I think
That
of
was
where I
a
might have
messy-
actually died, but
We've only done 2 tours, so there's not many stories.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we've been quite lucky. I mean, touch wood, we haven't had any like breakdowns or anything.
Yeah,
Touch
The
wood.
way home is like-
We're all knocking on wood right now, yeah, we're all knocking on wood.
No, but yeah, we've been pretty lucky to be fair. Everything's gone okay. Obviously, we've had issues with amps and guitars and stuff, but it's part and parcel of it.
Nothing that's funny.
None of that's funny to talk about for sure.
That's so funny. I can't think of an actual catastrophe that we've had yet, which
Don't
gives
say
me
that.
anxiety.
Music's gonna
It is gonna.
I can think of so many things. Let's just
Absolutely
be
gonna happen.
ears.
We're gonna have a catastrophe.
Same night, Harry,
At
first
some
pub we
point.
went to, Harry found this pint glass and he was like, "I'm going to keep that as a memory." And we went up all night, kept it real nice. And just before treadmill, I was like, "Yo, can I see that pint glass? It's such a nice memory." And I just I was so fucking mad at me. It was unreal.
Oh dear.
I was like the like fucking the keepsake of the tour.
Yeah.
Just like,
So, like treadmill or
In that
segues
sense.
into the
smash
karma.
pint glass and then treadmill. That was it. Yeah. Good night.
No.
You know, whenever I talk to bands, I always ask this question because I think it's really important. You know, when you start doing the gigs and stuff like that, a point comes where the audience starts singing back to you your lyrics. How does that feel like? Well, you know, when you first notice, oh my god, they're singing the things I wrote. How did that feel like?
No one understands our lyrics.
Panda Hat Boy knows every single lyric.
Does it?
Yeah, because last week we played Burn It Down, and he made a point of like getting right to the front, and he was like fucking
Is it Jolly?
pointing. I literally don't know his name. I'm so sorry. Michael.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's a fucking boy.
90 Day Fiance reference. But yeah, that's actually really nice when people. It's normally the deceiver bit that I notice.
Yeah,
Which is, like, mad,
Like one line
because-
of one song, there's always kind of little
There's bits, yeah,
little
it's
bits.
obviously it's fucking mental.
Just singing any reaction, just a pit, is cool. Like, because the music we make is very harsh.
Yeah, I
So,
think
like-
we're like very easily pleased when anybody fucking likes it. To be honest,
I think you're spot on there.
I'm overwhelmed if somebody's like, "That was good." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
That's it. I mean, we're lucky. We're playing to like usually like packed rooms as well, which is mad. Like if there's a few people in there banging their heads, let alone singing along or hitting or anything, like we're just happy to be there to play anyway. So
Yeah, today wasn't like a mosh kind of crowd, but you could tell everyone was enjoying it in their own way, and that's
that's
good.
fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love getting people to fucking pit and shit, but I'd be the guy just stood there like, I love this, but I ain't
Absolutely
fucking
so.
doing nothing.
It's so funny when I'll be like, "I want to see you fucking member." I would never do that.
And then I'd fucking say that, and I'd be like the guy on the corner, like, I love this, but this is really too much.
I'd be the one with my hand out.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I love this, but
Yeah. But I'm the one pushing people back in, like, yeah, go for it.
go on, you got this.
I think that's the thing about today. Like, it was a different vibe, but it was really good. Everyone was appreciating it in their own way, and it was.
I think just because like we've obviously I joined Heriot a little bit later, but but because we've played shows for so long, like years, I think it's nice to just be able to play in front of like anybody really. We've spent a long time playing in front of like honestly nobody, and so it's lovely to like actually just have people there, and like no matter how big the band may grow, like that's just like such a lovely thing to experience, especially because we came into it and did it hard for so many years playing to nobody. Like to play to people is just so sick. Like I don't really care what people do as long as they're there.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Every band goes through it, you know what I mean? Especially when they're just starting out. Like, I remember speaking to the guys from Bob Villain, and it was like at one point when they first started, it was them playing, and it was just in like the venue crew.
Yeah.
No one had turned up. Yeah, it was like, and now they did like a freaking Glastonbury. I know it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but you know, if it was me,
you have to have these experiences.
I mean, like,
to learn from it.
like 5 years ago, my old band, we were on tour, and one of the shows we drove like 8 hours to Berlin to play for the sound guy in the other band.
Yeah.
But we were just stoked to be like in Berlin.
You have to do that though.
And I quite often think, like, if I ever catch myself being ungrateful for like what we have now, I think back to moments like that where we really like there was nobody there, and we drove all that way, and it literally didn't bother us at all. We were just stoked to be like there, but like it just makes me really appreciate if that anybody wants to come and see Heriot.
Yeah,
like,
the fact there's people like coming to shows.
Yeah.
We know
All
played
at
Leeds,
once,
and those
like,
people there who know who we are.
Yeah,
insane.
it's lovely. I mean, like really, especially with how our music is, it's wicked if anyone you listen to. Not that I'm saying it's shit, it's just heavy.
It is, mate.
I mean, we'll like notice like, you know, the same person at different shows. Like you say.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a gent here, Jason, who interviewed us in February for the Road to Massive tour, and I'll say literally, we've seen him like 7, 8 times, and like this year alone. And yeah, bless him. He's not just at the shows; he's coming to see us, and he comes and speaks to us after and stuff. So
And Will.
yeah, Will Marshall as well. He was a journalist that interviewed us quite early on, and then he genuinely has been making the effort to come out, and it's lovely because we're making friends out of it as well. So yeah, it's cool.
I think it's such like a community-based thing being in like heavy music. It is lovely to see how many people that you've met from playing music, and like personally, it's changed everything for me, like where I work, who my friends are, where I live, everything. And I think like it's much more of a culture rather than just getting up and going and playing a show and coming home. Like this is like a bit of a thing that shapes you because of who you meet and the relationships that you meet, the make and things like that. I think it's really lovely.
That's really cool. Have you ever been like recognized on the street? Has anyone like stopped you? You're at your local pub and it's like, oh hello, I know you.
No way.
You're not there yet.
I mean,
What happens to you?
yeah, you probably get recognised. You get recognised at work, don't you? Sometimes.
I mean, but I work in a music shop, so it's different. I've had it a few times where some poor person sees me looking dead inside, like I'm like recovering from a car incident where I've been run over, and I look absolutely mental at work, and I'm like, "You playing Heriot?" I'm like, "Oh God."
Not today. No.
That's my ugly sister.
No, not today. I watched the the Marshall sessions. I love watching stuff like that, especially when they bring upcoming bands and stuff like that. I think that's so important. So important. But how was like that for you doing that? Just getting the calls like, guys, we want you to do this. How did that feel like?
I think we have to shout out Marshall for how they've we're not a band that you would necessarily think of when you think of Marshall,
100%.
and yet they've been so supportive for us and so willing to.
Yeah, it's really cool to see them like pushing a band like us. Like,
yeah, I mean, like
accessible.
Not conventional.
yeah, we're not like an accessible band at all, and for them to be able to give us that platform is like amazing.
Yeah,
really, to be honest, they really don't have to. So like,
loveliest people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
They really looked after us. I mean, for a good while, I've just had a head from them, but I didn't have a head for a few months, and they just loaned me this head, and then loaning me a cow, and
Yeah.
It wasn't mine, but they let me have it.
Yeah, they've just been amazing.
As long as I needed
Just
it.
helping us out as much as they can, like banging. Like.
And obviously that's like a household name brand, so that's
It
crazy.
really is. Yeah, absolutely.
For all of us growing up, that's what you see when you.
I mean, you have like an MG series.
Yeah.
When you were like,
I've still got a combo that I had when I first started playing guitar. Like, that's the shit.
Have you ever had like people say like, I like them, but they're a little bit too heavy?
My mum. Yeah, my parents.
Isn't it like?
Yeah. Somebody came up to me at a house party and was like, I really like you, Deb. I just really don't like your band. And I was like, sick. Like, I love that you've been so honest. Sick. Let's do a shot.
I mean, it isn't for everyone, and that's why music's great. It's all subjective. Like, some people can love something and not like someone else. So I think that's why we count ourselves that much more lucky, because I think it's a very like niche group of people. We feel out of all the people in the world that would like our music, and we've had a lot of people come to our shows. So that's what's cool.
We're well aware that we're not music for the masses, and it's never going to be like that. Like so, like
I think we kind of like that a little bit, though. You know, like
Yeah, I do.
I think because of how weird the music is in comparison to like not normal music, but like popular music, I think it makes us even more committed to playing these kind of shows and playing with other bands that have that same kind of interest.
You know, like I remember, I have this memory growing up. I was born in Portugal, so I grew up in Portugal, and I moved to the UK when I was like 17. I'm 36 now, so it's been a long time. And but I came from like my mum is quite religious, and these flats where we used to live, the neighbours upstairs were Jehovah's Witness, and this lady, she wasn't very nice. So as a teenager, I would play like very offensive music, like just at the time you like Rammstein and Marilyn Manson and stuff like that. But she'd come knocking on my door, turn that down and stuff like that, and I was like, well, I can't hear you. It was lovely, and but my family never really got like, oh, just too loud, I don't really like that. But your families, are they supportive of of the music that you make? Have they come to your shows before, or is it like something that is, I love you, but I don't want to come see you play? Sorry.
Yeah, mine in particular. I just don't think they really understand it, and that's fine. They allow me to do what I want to do. They never moaned that I would listen to metal, even though they're just really not about it. But hey, like it was. Yeah, I'd love if they could come to shows. I'm sure if we play like big shows, they'll come eventually. But the fact they allow me to do it is wicked enough. I think these guys have parents. Obviously, you guys can speak for yourselves. Have parents that listen to not necessarily metal, but were music lovers, from young ages and stuff. So
yeah, my dad's probably like Heriots' biggest fan, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like he's not really into
isn't it?
heavy music, but like I wouldn't listen to any music.
Yeah, my dad's been getting into it more recently. Like, I'm saying that, like my dad loves like classic rock and stuff. He loves riffs. But he's like finally starting to get it. But he's like, yeah, this is.
I don't think my parents will ever get it, but.
No,
like they're so supportive.
Yeah, exactly.
They love it. They come to trees. They come to sit in trees. They come to shows like when they can. And obviously, my dad like got well emotional about it the other week. Just like, I'm so proud of you. Really gushy. And it was like, they love it. They love that we're doing what we're doing, which is cool.
My like dad for me is like his P's dad really, and like he likes classic rock a lot. He kind of introduced me to music and like hard rock.
That's what we do.
And he like I absolutely wouldn't play guitar without my dad, and then I definitely wouldn't be in a band without him. And he like after Download, he was like sobbing. After
so sweet.
Yeah, after Bloodsuck, he was sobbing again. But I think it's because like
He hugged me up at Bloodsuck.
Yeah, a big old headache Bloodsuck.
Yeah, I think it's because for me, like my dad was a roadie when he was younger, and he can play a little bit of guitar, but I think that he's quite excited that like we play in a band, and for him, he's. Like he has that relevant love, like he knows how it feels to be on the road and stuff like that, exactly. And I think he is really. I don't think he likes our music at all. Let me tell you that, but he definitely likes metal, and he definitely is influenced.
He appreciates
all, like everything about me really to make me want to do this.
That is really, really cool. Like just to have that that support as well from family, because it's like there are bands out there that they can only rely on the support of the fans and their friends and stuff like that. But if it comes from family or whoever you grew up with,
I think we were very lucky with that, and that we have come from like supportive parents, and we've kind of like adopted those qualities for each other.
Yeah, how was lockdown for you guys? How was that like? Because everyone's had like,
It was wicked.
It was good for us. It was a horrible thing for the world.
Of course.
But I mean, it's when we started releasing music really. And yeah, I guess maybe there was just a lot more people at home waiting for new music or something to do as well. So yeah, it was just really fruitful for us. We worked hard on singles, and yeah, I mean, I don't know what more to say. It was just really good.
The best of a bad situation, I think. Like, it gave us time that we wouldn't have normally to put stuff out and focus on that, and then write music as well.
Like we jump start. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think definitely what Ju says. We just made the best of a bad situation, and while we were all at home and couldn't see each other, we just made sure that we were all writing and we were all in communication and bouncing each other riffs electronically rather than in person. And I think that really, like Ju said, kind of like jump-started us a little bit.
Yeah, that absolutely. Like so many people found themselves in like with heightened depression, heightened anxiety, just as a general thing. And like me personally, to be honest, when you're just so used to having your routine, and then all of a sudden that gets taken away, and you just don't know what to do with yourself. And but music's helped me, and it's helped me sort of like, right, what do I want to do? No, I really want to get involved with all these different things. And I start doing that, radio, podcasting, talking to people, and just getting that confidence. Because believe it or not, I am a very shy person.
But you really don't come across.
Really, really shy. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I have crippling anxiety sometimes. And just interviewing. I don't like calling interview because it sounds so like, it just sounds a bit.
It's very formal.
Formal, that's it. Like, so I love chatting to people about music, and because that's what brings us together. In moments of happiness, moments of sadness, and lockdown and everything else. And everything happened. For me, it was like, this is it. I'm not going to let it like get to me. I'm going to grab it and just go with it. And if it works out, works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At least I had a lot of fun.
Great attitude. Great attitude, honestly. Yeah, really good.
I think that's very similar to us. We're like in lockdown when you haven't got nothing to focus on. For us, focusing on the music and just like sort of trying to create something, it gives you some sort of like purpose.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I literally played guitar for all of the lockdown. Like, that was my purpose.
Just having something to.
That was my routine of like, what am I going to do today? Okay, and I liked it because obviously in normal life you don't get to play as much as what you would like to.
Yeah.
But as it grew on, it was definitely a bit more challenging than just the novelty of not being at work. But like doing stuff for Heriot definitely gave myself a purpose to try and like, okay, well I have these ideas and I would normally be working, so I wouldn't be able to do this. And like definitely you as well. Like Jake was really.
Yeah, music just. It's a good thing to sort of just have there, and it like no matter where you're coming from on it, like just helps a lot in a lot of different ways. And for us, it was definitely like just being able to focus on that and sort of make something out of it between us and shit. Like definitely.
I think sometimes like I forget how much of an impact music has had rather than like viewing it as the norm for myself.
There's times like that where you have enough time to sort of appreciate it and sort of take it in.
I view it as because I've been into music quite like intensely for such a long period of time, I forget how like much that has influenced my whole character. It pretty much is my whole character. And when I think back to like what I'd do if I hadn't have had those like eureka moments of I really love this record, I don't know who I'd be. I'd be boring. Not that I'm not now, but I'd be even worse.
Like, you know, talking about ideas, have you ever had a really bad idea that everyone else went, no, we're not doing that?
Oh yeah.
This is your time.
The kind of like verse for Coalescence Acclaim bits. I was talking to my friend about this the other day. I sent the most awful clean vocals on the demo.
I don't remember this.
It was like
I don't remember this.
Awful clean vocals, and everyone was kind of like, that's a nice start, Deb. And I was like,
just being polite.
I was like, hang on a minute. And then when I think back to how I first imagined them versus how they ended up being on like Profound Morality, it's very funny.
Everyone's a learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah.
You learn on the job.
It was a good start.
Yeah. And I was like, hang on, they've not said that before. It must be shit. No, it was shit, yeah. It was shit. I can say that now that we've had, I mean, at the time I was like, yeah, big deal. It's alright. It's so good.
I just find it really fun. People come in and like, what TikTok? I am so sorry. It's okay. It's alright. Chill. No worries. EP's out. Yeah, that bit out of the way. Yeah. Now you're promoting it. You're playing all these incredible shows. Okay, you're doing so well. Honestly, you're doing so well. What's next?
So, we got a couple more tours lined up for this year and starting next. And then in between, we're taking some time to write some new music. Got quite an ambitious schedule for what we want to do, and I don't want to kind of give it out yet, because if we don't stick to it, then it's there somewhere that we've said it.
Of course.
But yeah, that's basically the plan. We know we have to take time to write new music, but when we get some cool offers that are going to be announced soon, hopefully, we've got to take them. We've got to seize the day. As I said,
there's stuff for next summer as well. There's things.
Yeah.
There's
things
lots of
and
things.
stuff.
Lots of things and stuff that we can't say about yet, but there's lots of things and lots of stuff. So.
It's exciting things.
Yeah, I mean, we're staying busy. This is always what we've wanted, so
like, especially some of the stuff we've locked in for next year without kind of committing to a proper release schedule. We're very, very fortunate to be where we are, so it's very exciting.
Very, very nice. You know, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. We could probably do you know, we've been talking for about 45 minutes. Right. Oh, don't apologise. I'm like pushing you like more. What about this? What about that? What did you do yesterday? What did you have for tea? I ask this final question to everybody. Do you prefer coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Tea. Fruit
Tea.
No, like a fruit, like red
Fruity
tea.
tea.
Fucking hate hot drinks.
No hot drinks. Drink for you. That's fine. You can still have a cuppa, but not have any hot drinks in it.
In a kettle.
Hot whiskey.
Cup of whiskey.
Nah, coffee. Coffee all day.
Coffee. How
Yeah.
do you take your coffee?
Black, no sugar.
Same. Tea, just.
It's just like like a cranberry tea, anything strawberry and cranberry is good. And any nice red tea, nice herbal.
That's well fancy.
That sounds.
Yeah,
do you
you
know
know
what?
what?
I just like
That sounds proper like.
I have one every
chill
morning.
With like, you know what I mean?
I have a cranberry and
I've never
strawberry tea
started
every
off
morning.
Do you know what? That's such a drink for someone who works for the government. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's what
You can tell a lot about her when you ask them.
That's a
what
very
they know.
upper class drink.
Yeah.
Don't look until you've tried it. We'll get them on the ride if they're nice, they're really nice.
How do you take yours, Deb?
Coffee, 1 sugar.
Yeah.
Coffee, obviously. Milk, 1 sugar.
Yeah.
Coffee. Me, I'm
Just
1 sugar
caffeine.
coffee.
Jake's all beers.
Yeah, lager no Matt.
Any advice for a band that's just starting out?
Oh shit, somebody asked me this the other day and I was like, I don't think that I can give any advice because we're just starting out.
Yeah, I would say just be consistent. That's always what we just try to do. To always put stuff out, play shows. Just be consistent. Because everyone's attention span's so small, they always want to ingest something new. So yeah, just do that. That's what I'd say.
Do your bits, though, man. Just find what you like to do and just
Make
do
sure
it.
that it's something that you like doing because you'll be in a world of bother
Don't do
if
it
it's
because you
not.
think it's going to be like
Earning the big bucks straight away.
Yeah, because that won't
never the way to do
happen.
it. Even when you do something when you don't think it's going to do that.
If you enjoy it and other people enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy what you do and then it resonates.
Did you know that on average it takes a band 5 to 10 years to actually get a full, like, a proper wage out of being a musician?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's
That's
not on our minds really. Like we totally
It's not a job, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky enough, I think, because we used to drive to gigs, me and Deb. We used to have to share the load with the other boys. The fact that we can...
Just being able to cover
someone
to drive a van.
Exactly, yeah. We can cover someone to drive the van for us to get there and back, maybe make a profit, if not just to break even, and we can then sell merch. Like, if we were doing the band now from scratch, with petrol price and things like that, we wouldn't be able to do it, so that's why we're fucking lucky.
It's the small things that you realise, like, literally, like you said, that having someone drive is the smallest things of that. The fact that you can do that, like, if we can do a show and all our costs are covered, like, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah. With, on this current climate, are you guys struggling a little bit?
I think everyone's
Because everyone is at the moment, you know what I mean? Like,
everyone is, but I think at the moment, how things are going, and obviously we are slowly getting offered higher. But yeah, as it stands, we're able just to break even just on the fee of the show, and then we just go there to, and maybe we might not flog any merch, but we can at least go out and play to new crowds and things, and that's what's important to us.
It's all still building, isn't it? Building and building. It's like, there's still some people we haven't played to that we will get to play to. So like, there'll always be this growth. Like today, it's like there'll always be stepping stones. It's like you can never finish. Like you can never.
Absolutely.
There's always growth.
I don't know if you've seen, like, so many, like, bands and stuff had to cancel tours.
Yeah.
The guys from Ferocious Dog had to cancel their EU
My friend is supposed to tech tour actually.
because of, like, prices of everything.
Yeah.
Plane tickets and having to lug your gear from one country to another.
As a UK band to go to Europe, there's a lot of hurdles you have to jump through, a lot of costs that
I mean,
you don't factor in.
Damn, Brexit, bro. Brexit.
Yeah.
It's fucked everybody, but that's another podcast for another day. Bloody hell, like politics edition.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, fucked over everyone, but like, you just have to do the best you can and then just like, keep going, I guess, you know.
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, so you played Leeds tonight. What was the other one? Castle Fest.
That'll be next, yeah.
Yeah? Are you taking a little break? No. Not taking a break!
And we got a little bit of a break before Soul Crusher in October, but again, that's just going to be what time we have is time we'll write music, so not really a break, but not playing
You need
shows.
a holiday.
Well, I've got a holiday next week, so that's
Are you going anywhere nice?
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
I've been. It's been. Yeah. Remember to take a lot of money because it's expensive.
Oh, I haven't got a lot of money, but yeah, so I've got a credit card, so. It's
it's alright. Spend now, cry about it later.
Yeah, exactly.
Grab a Cuppa podcast with Cat Wright.